Hi, I'm Leapfrog.
Hello, my name is Logan Shaw, LogansStory. Today we're going to talk about Nat King Cole, the next Black History highlight. Thank you for coming. Let's get into it. Nat King Cole was a jazz pianist and pop vocalist. He started his career as a jazz pianist in the late 1930s, where he formed the King Cole Trio, which became the top-selling group on Capitol Records in the 1940s. Okay, so Nat King Cole, who is he? A famous jazz pianist, the first ever African American to host a variety TV show, and there's a lot more to him as well. But what can we talk about a man in terms of his prime? His prime in terms of his voice, his prime in terms of his everything, and well, what can we talk about him in terms of his career as a jazz pianist and an overall singer? Well, being that he's one of many singers to make it in terms of whatever they were able to make it on, he is truthfully a voice and a jazz pianist that's meant to be heard and seen and actually believed in. But here's the thing. When we're talking about Nat King Cole, talk about any of his musical endeavors, they were all exciting. Exciting in a way that met demands in terms of what he could actually portray in terms of an audience. He was a singer amongst all singers. He had a powerful voice, and a powerful one at that. And was able to make sure he was heard in terms of a stadium, in terms of a whole block. But that doesn't mean he was shy away from discrimination. It doesn't mean he was shied away from his struggle. In fact, making it to the top was one of the biggest struggles he ever did. And he did it. He was on a variety show for the company-based and business-based mantra. But here's the thing. What is the biggest takeaway from Nat King Cole in his career? Even though he died in 1965, he had a long spread career ahead of him. But what are the nooks and crannies? What are the ins and the outs of Nat King Cole in terms of this supremacy? Well, let's go into detail. So, what is the meaning of hard work? And how do you get to the point where you can make sure that your voice is heard and that you're on what you're on about in terms of what you love to do? Well, here's the thing. Nat King Cole was a resounding artist. He's able to do things that most of the singers can't. And because of that, he's probably one of the most notable jazz artists in the world. The world knows him for the Christmas song, but he was known for a lot of things. Because of that, he ultimately paved the way for many other jazz singers to be well on a big scale, on a huge scale, more than anyone ever could imagine. And because of that, what can you really say about a man who was put on and put on at just the right time? But the thing is, when you are in this scape of freedom in terms of what you can do and what you're respected for, you have a lot of things going for you. And even though there may be racism in the count of maybe many, maybe none, you're still doing what you love no matter what. And that's kind of crazy. But here's the thing. What is his beautiful baby? The music. The music is his beautiful baby. It all means the same and ends the same for every musician. It's a gleaming scope for what is possible, what it could mean for all people to face this kind of, well, success in terms of music. He was an ultimate voice and remains that way even now. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far, he is a voice to be heard. And his beautiful baby, because of his voice and because of his talent, showed that. But what does this have to do with you and I? What does it have to do with you and I? Well, application, of course. So, you are actually going to do something great. Do you believe that? Do you believe that you're going to do something great? Well, you won't believe it unless you try it. And at the end of the day, it's really about you and the world. Mr. Staples there and left a mark on it. So if you can't sing, then What can you do? What are you leaving a mark on this world for? And how are you doing it? See, the thing is, Nat King Cole left a mark on the world. He's still remembered for the Christmas song. And because you can celebrate Christmas in such a way, with such freedom that you have, well, I guess that's okay. And whatever you decide to do with your life is okay. So, in all, make sure you understand the power you have to make sure everything goes well in terms of your succession, whatever it may be, whether it's singing, whether it's mathematics, whether it's sports, whether it's whatever you make it to be. Make it completely you and know what you're doing with it, because at the end of the day, it's you creating the magic. Thank you for my application, and let's continue forward. Thank you for coming along the story. They've become this Black History highlight. There were more highlights in the future, so keep an eye out for those. Also, the mission is 1,000 subscribers. You guys know how to get there by hitting the share, like, and subscribe button right on the screen. Also by hitting that bell. Leave a comment if you can too, and share it if you can as well. Thank you again, and peace.